Thank you all again for stopping by. I am laughing because this Pantone has just taken his hands and just said here. And with no questions asked, I have received Pantone with open arms. And with open arms, I am doing another Pantone look. Pantone has handed it to me and I have accepted. So here we go. Let me do the I am and then we will get into the Pantone eye look. Today's I am says, I value my worth. It came from the comments. It says, I value my worth. I am. I value my worth. This is deep. I value my worth. How many of us don't even know what our worth is, so we cannot even value it? We'll talk. I value my worth. How many of us don't even know what our worth is? We accept anything and everything from everyone. We never stand up for ourselves. We never speak up for ourselves. We never seek information we need. We just accept what everybody else says. You are worth something. Don't be scared of being wrong. If you are wrong, you accept it and you move on. But know your value. Your value is important to you. And with you knowing your value, you knowing your worth and your value, knowing what you are worth, will determine how you move around in this world. Believe me when I tell you that. Because when you don't know what you're worth, your life is just a mirror of everybody else's. I'm putting on a darker brown. Can you see? Dark brown. It's a very, very dark brown, but you know, brown skin, darker brown, we need more. Knowing your worth means you can stand up for yourself when somebody says something to you that you know that is not right, and you say no. Or you say, I don't believe what you're telling me is true. You know your worth. Don't stand for nonsense. Not at work, not in relationships, not in acquaintances. Don't settle. When you know your worth, you do not settle. You can have communications and you don't have to just wake up and quit your job or wake up and leave your relationship. When you know your worth, you do the work and you do what is necessary to take care of you. The shimmer I'm going to use in the inner corner and the outer corner, almost a halo. We're going for a halo, and I don't know if we'll end up with one, but we'll see. When you know your worth, you speak up. When somebody tell you something, speak up. Speak out. You know your worth. You are important. Know your value, know your worth. You notice mostly every color in the Pantone shades mimic each other. As you look at all the looks that I've done, you will see how the colors just mimic the next one and the next one. I'll show you the palette I'm using when I'm finished. Let's see what's in the cards of self-empowerment for today. The very power that created me loves all its creations. The very power that created you and created me loves all creations. Now, let me tell you what happened to me today. Since the year started, lots of stuff is just unfolding. And I'm just watching it unfold. Same shimmer I'm putting in the outer corner, by the way. Today I made some bush tea. And I took 2 leaves and a couple little tea leaves. And I was making tea. I put it on the stove, let it boil. And then I pour out a cup. I had my oatmeal with raisins. And I sat and I ate that. And now I took a big gulp of the tea. And I held it in my mouth. I was like, oh my God, this is so bitter. And I mean, bitter. I don't drink tea with sugar, so usually I just drink it. But this one was very bitter. And I'm like, I have made that tea often. What went wrong? And then I remembered I put too much of that little tea leaf. I put like 5 or 6 pieces. And I realized, yeah, because it's dry tea leaves doesn't mean that it does not still have the portion. And again, I judged the little tea leaves differently than the big ones. The big ones, I was like, okay, I only know I need to put 2 because they're big. But because the little ones were small, I decided to put 5. Again, I underestimated the little one. And we do that so much in life. We underestimate the small people, the small things, and it always surprises us. So I was like, oop, I gotta add more water. So I drank half of the cup. As bitter as it was, I drank it. And then I add water and warm it up again and had it. But also, while I'm sitting there thinking about that, I'm like, see how we always misjudge the small people. And then my mom's voice came to me. Her voice came to me and said, it's because it's green doesn't mean it's dry green doesn't mean it's dead. It's still alive, because once you give it water, it's going to just, release all the strength that it has. I did not use glitter glue, but I did not forget today. I just decided I don't want to use glitter glue. I want to see what this one looks like without it. I think we're going for a halo. It looks like we're getting a halo, isn't it? Again, it's brown, it's chocolate mousse, it's mocha mousse, and we're just going for it. And then while I'm sitting there, all of a sudden, I start remembering the patois word for green, which is vert. Vert is green in patois. And then I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool, I don't get to talk it. I don't have people around me who talk it. And then I start going through the colors that I remember their names. Rouge is red. Bleu is blue. Blanc is white. What other color I remembered? Noir is black. Orange stays the same. Brown stays the same. And I think that's it. Red, green. So red, green, blue, black, white. And I just said those, I just sat there and I just said, oh, I remember these. And I just said them. And that was that. And I drank the rest of my bitter tea. So after that, I walked to the stove. I took the pot, I add additional water all the way to the top. So when I reboil it again, it will not be that bitter. But let us not underestimate the little things. The tiny little tea bush, 2 would have been fine, but I was like, no, it's not going to be as strong as the big leaves. So I add 3 more. I underestimated that little bush tea. And we do that often, and we got to remember not to underestimate these little bush teas. We got to remember not to underestimate the little things. I'm going back into the first color, and I'm just going to go around. So I have a halo look happening. Always remember you're first. Love yourself plenty. Take care of yourself. If you're suffering with any ailment, addictions, anxiety, mental illness, please seek help. Help is available. Do not harm yourself or another. Please seek help. Keep looking for help until you find it. Do not dim your light. Do not harm yourself. Do not give up on looking for help. And with that strength and courage that you put in looking for help, things will get better. Pantone handed me over the Pantone colors, and I receive them and create. This is today's look. Pantone color. My lip combo is the Lancome. It's like an orange reddish color. My Huda Beauty, because I just can't wear nude on its own. It just drains me. And my brown lip liner. So those 3 are my lip combos. The palette I use is Nubian 3 Coral by Juvia's Place. This is my Nubian. It ranked number 22 in all my Juvia's Place palettes. So this is the Nubian. I use 2 colors because remember I say I'm going for a halo. I use this brown right here and this shimmer right here. Those 2 colors are on my eyes. So again, this is the halo. If you notice in the middle, I have just the matte and I blend in the shimmer to work with it. So we have a halo-ish look. Hopefully you are enjoying this Pantone color series. If you like my content, if you love my content, please subscribe. I would love to have you in my YouTube family. Always, always cherish this moment. Like deep breath. Be one with this moment. I will see you in the next Pantone color. I have 3 more palettes left. They're right there looking at me. They're saying, yes, you gotta finish us. You gotta finish the Pantone series. So I have 3 more palettes. And then we will move on to the next thing. But for now, savor and enjoy this now moment. Bye.